All right, how's everybody doing? Question and answers tonight. Before I begin, I want to mention our sponsor, Ratchet Clothing. As everybody knows, Ratchet's a company out of the UK. They have clothing for men, women, and children. I'll put a link down below. Check them out. Actually, I had a conversation with them today. There was an issue with a package of clothing that they sent me. It had to be resent, so that's why you have not been seeing me wear Ratchet Clothing. When I do receive it, you'll see me wearing it. Okay, let's go with the questions. Do you think the Colombo's latest indictments having no murders on it tells you where Cosa Nostra's at? Murders bring a lot of heat on the family. That's why today you don't really see murders like they were years ago when you were picking up a newspaper or hearing on the news people getting killed left and right. And that's the reason why. Why has law enforcement have made more success in bringing down Cosa Nostra compared to other organized crime syndicates? The answer is pretty simple. It's because, and I don't mean this to be sarcastic, as Italians, we have a habit of making the same mistake over and over and over again and repeating history. And that's basically it. Another reason is because a lot of these groups are operating outside of the United States, and that's probably the answer. This is in reference to the drug arrest that I spoke about. Anything interesting come from your reporting this or people questioning you about getting pinched with drugs? So after the whole incident took place, I sat down with Big John, that was our captain at the time, Castellucci. Actually, at that time I wasn't a made member, but I was still associated to him. I went and had a conversation about the whole drug arrest. I explained everything that happened, and that really was it. When members go to jail, will the Begotta lend them money if they have a high bond, or do they have to bail themselves out? Usually when you take a pinch, and everybody that's out there knows this, you're on your own. That's not to say that you may not have a relative or a friend or somebody in that life that lends you a helping hand, but usually you're on your own. So the answer is the Begotta really doesn't help you in that sense. What do you think Mikey Grock did with the money he borrowed? After everything took place, I found out that Mikey Grock was out in Montauk, which is in eastern Long Island, and he was living it up, living beyond his means, smoking cigars, buying everybody drinks, and that's basically what I think he did with the money. Did you meet with him, I guess this is Mikey again, to tell him formally that he was no longer with you, or did he just figure it out over time? So once again, another thing that I didn't mention was that Anthony Guzzo, myself, and Mikey Grock met up in a Chinese restaurant in Staten Island, and I officially told him he was no longer with me. So basically, yes, I did tell him that. How much is usually kicked up for a score? How does it get split between the captain, the administration? Well, there is no rule and there is no set amount. Basically, it's usually 10% as far as scores go. And once again, I always say this, it all depends on who you're dealing with, who's your skipper, who the guy is. He could put it in his pocket and not kick anything up to the administration. You'll never be the wiser. You could do a score and not give nothing to your captain, which happens a lot. So it all depends on the situation. Lastly, I want to discuss the latest news of a dear friend of mine, Tony Muscatello. Tony in 2015 was convicted for the Gus Bullis murder out in Florida, and he received a life sentence. In 2018, a court overturned that conviction. So the latest news as of last month is that Tony was allowed to plead to the murder, and he has about 2 more years left with his time that he has in, and he'll be released. So God willing, he stays healthy and he gets out and returns to his family and gets his freedom and gets to play golf again. I wish him and his family the best of luck, and I'm very happy for him. Once again, I want to thank everyone for subscribing. If you have not subscribed, you could do so down below. I also want to thank everyone for subscribing to my other channel, Unlimited Substance Podcast. I'll put a link down below for that as well. And if you haven't subscribed and you do, I appreciate it. So enjoy the rest of your night. Until the next time, ciao for now.